Alrighty. So what we're in the middle of doing is we're trying to build our tunnel for our new power base area. Is what we're doing currently. So we're building the little offshoot so we can connect the train up. So what we'll want to do, train. Oh, did I crash Satisfactory? I sure did. Just wait while we restart Satisfactory. Alright, let's redo what we had just done. Alright, so we just chuck this up. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get an area for our oil to come in and then get converted into fuel. Alright. So what we probably want to do is start like here. Okay. So what I'm thinking is it comes in here. So let's see how we can actually do this. Alright. So that's there. Why? Let's just disconnect this for a second. What if we... where is it? Transport train. What if we... Is that a far enough back? Yeah, I think this is an okay spot actually. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four. Alright, so let's train in. Maybe one more further forward. How do we... I really wish I could actually turn these on an angle a bit better. So if we did it like that... I wonder how else we could do that. Could we... So we could actually do that there. And then you probably wanted two and a 4, really? Alright, so we Alright, let's go walls. What if we... Now we probably need to actually move the train back. Okay. So what we want is we want this tunnel. How do we... Alright, so we've got that one. Why? Yeah, I think that's probably what we want. Alright, so... Okay, that's the wrong way around. I didn't know they actually had right or wrong ways. Interesting. Which explains why they're... Alright, so that can go there. I don't know how else I actually want to do that. Or is it better to... put the automated gate? How does this work? What if we... So we kind of want it to join there, I think. Why doesn't that... Do I have enough for it? In theory, the train should be able to pass through that. What about walls? Why can't I build on top? We could do that. I mean, that kind of deals with that a little bit. What side does that give us? Is that? Yeah, that's what we want. Okay. This kind of works. What if we do it like that? Yeah, I think that works. Hmm. Why doesn't... What? So how come the 2 meter one has it, but the half doesn't? Okay. So how do you reckon? It is a snazzy shirt. You are correct. What if... Is it like that? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Okay, so if we put this across as like a roof kind of structure. So if we... Okay. So this can be the entrance. Hmm. So at the very least, we kind of want it to be like a big grand room. How do we... So what we're kind of doing is mostly just focusing on the actual structure, and we'll come back and do some of the colorings later. Alright, and then... And whether or not we actually use this section like this is kind of here nor there at the moment. But it's just really about laying out the track. Okay. Hello, I'm just going through doing some foundations. That's okay. Happy for you to hang out. That is the wrong way. Okay. Basically building some power is what we're current focus is. Alright, what are we missing here? Outer core. Something on a grid, but why can you move the foundation if you want? For me it's on a grid on another foundation. But why can you move the foundation if you want? Oh, are you saying how can I like rotate it around like this? Nah, it's all good. There's no problem. So do you mean like how can I do this? Inner core. If you mean the rotating, it's just the no, it's on a keyboard you can hold the control key and you can like change its rotation. Yeah, that would be why. I'm pretty sure there is a way to do it on Xbox. But no, I'm on computer. Okay, so we want to join back in. So we'll come back and sort out the rest of that later. Train track. You want to create... Yeah, you want to create like a tunnel thing. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure there surely is a way. How to rotate foundations. Satisfactory Xbox. So if you press the left or right on the D-pad, that should rotate it. And then if you do the right bumper, that should do smaller increments, apparently, according to the key mappings that I've got here. How far we are here? Angle-wise, that's pretty good, I think. Foundations. This is the first time I'm actually trying to do something like this, so it might not be the best way to do it, but you know. That is not even the right angle. Try again. Ugh. Not first time playing, but first time trying something like building this kind of thing. How many hours in this save? I think I'm at 80. Playing the game, I'm pretty sure I'm at like just under 900. I got the game several years ago. Right, I kind of want it to join like that. Is that too far forward? Yeah, that's a little far forward. How many hours do you have? How do I... I don't want to have such a big area though. Alright, let's at least just put this out. Actually, I could go straight back into tunnel like that. question becomes, can I actually rotate this enough to make a curve? Possibly not. Quarter. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good rest of your night. All good. Nah, all good. Not a problem. How should I fix this? I don't think there's a way I can do that. Yeah, I don't think I can... Could I do it with one of these, potentially? I mean, that's way too small. What does that do? Okay, what if on the angled pieces we were like a fraction further over? Like that, potentially. And if we get rid of that... And... I'm not sure how I should get around this. I mean, I'm okay with that. I mean, that's relatively smooth, actually. And that actually kind of works. Okay, let's try that on this side. Great if we had like 35-degree angle of these. That's kind of what we would want. I mean, it is our first time trying to build something like... Jeez, it's crashed again. Why? GPU crash dump. Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe it doesn't like all the intersecting parts I'm trying to do. It's kind of annoying that it keeps crashing though. Alright, when was the autosave? That's the real question. Oh, not too far ago. I don't remember how I did what I did. If it was on a slightly shallower angle with that. Wonder if that would help actually. Yeah, this actually might be exactly what I need. Alright, then we'll take one of those. And then we connect. Alright, let's bring this across. Okay, how else can we do that? No, I don't think we should map it that way. What if we mapped it like that? Yeah, I think that's not too bad. Oh, that's the half foundation. I want the quarter pipe. Ooh. That's what we want. Let's just save that now. That way we don't have to redo this again when it inevitably crashes. Right, now let's look at the 4 block. I think this one's kind of less important. And then we'll put the 4 block here too. Yeah. So for this one, I guess the question is how high. Okay, so we did at least do it for the inn. Right, so this would be an inner corner? No, inner corner extension. Yeah, that one. Ooh, not a 2. Hang on, try again. Sorry, not a 1, a 2. Perfecto. And then what we should also be able to do is that one and that. Just save that again, just because this fits really fiddly, and I think this is when I'm in the process of trying to place it and it does its autosave, that's when it's crashing. Actually, how do you think we should do this, though? Maybe it's the other ones that we need. I mean, that might work, actually. Oh, why didn't that place? Let's try again. We want the outer core 2. Oh, it is very close to actually fitting correctly. Can I bring this forward by any chance? Anyway, sorry. I mean, that would have worked. Hang on, let's get rid of that. So we want to go build mode loop. Or we could actually hit it on a probably a slightly stronger angle, I think. Yeah, I think that's possibly the best way to do it. Then just get rid of these ones here. Why doesn't... That is very interesting. There we go. And then potentially, do we just go straight into like the wall? wall bit here. What is this guy doing? The last time I whacked one of these that got stuck, my game definitely crashed. Will it work though, trying to go back into this tunnel format? Yes, it does. Cool. Alright, so we've got that, so we just need the reverse. And then basically just take the wall across. Hopefully that doesn't actually poke out the other side. No, I don't like it like that. I probably should have done it with... Yeah, that looks better. Much better. Hopefully it doesn't actually poke through the other side. Oh, that's so disappointing. Another way to do it is to just bring it back in. Is that far enough? Or still just poking out? Okay. What about like that? Just the one like that seems to be fine. What if we bring... Oh, this is the only one that I think might be a tad dicey. Nope. Yeah, I think this works well. Right, I'll be back in a moment. All right. Alright, let's try up here. Where is my gas cans? There it is. So let's just put the walls up for now. Should bring us, and then when we're up to the decorating stage, we'll come back and do that. All right. What is the inner? That's it there. Okay. Comes back here. Okay. What if we... what? Walls are extremely... I mean, not a supporter, but, you know. Okay. Okay, so that comes out here. Okay, so we've got the entry tunnels sorted. So we've got the tunnels going. But we gotta... Hang on, I just need to chop down some of these trees. It's not in there. In here. Alright, let's get rid of this one. How do I make the tunnel? It's essentially a stack of different concrete bits, so the quarter pipes and stuff like that. These ones here are all blueprinted. But because I haven't really worked out how I want to do the offshoots, I haven't put these through blueprints yet. Plus I need to go and correct the walls. Why? Like, I don't need them. But it's, well, the regular train will still go through it. So it will go through there. It's essentially just like creating the underground variant of like the above ground tracks people do. But I want the stuff to be delivered under this platform. That's all. And just cause, really, at the end of the day. Alright, so if I go into blueprints and go oils, I need 2 of those. That's 480. PTO. Hmm. Plus, if I want to go under the rocks, it makes life a lot easier. Alright. So if I go fuel in. Production. 40. Unsure about this. Let's see how we go. Actually, do I still have the room? Yeah, I do. I've got the room below me. Alright, let's just get rid of those, and then let's run the backs, actually. Blueprint. So we wanted around this building. This is a whole stack of what are they called again? Of refineries. So the idea is that, was it this one? Other one. The idea is that essentially I can just place these and they're already balanced to what I want them to do. Oh, that's facing the wrong way. We want it to go that way? Yeah, arrow towards me. Okay. And essentially it's just placing them at a blueprint, so I don't have to make 1,000 of these each time I want to do it. Because these ones will make the fuel for what's being dropped off here. Okay, so then we will have a wall. Let's just mark this out for a second. So we go wall there, maybe one like that. Okay. So it would be these here. Although there's a pretty big gap actually. It will be refining crude oil to create fuel. Maybe two's enough. If we got the buildings there, yeah, we'll do that. I think that's better. The crude oil, so I'm in 1.2 and I'm in a random node, but there is a crude oil here and somewhere over there. So the crude oil will actually come down. It gets packaged and then comes down here. The electricity is currently over here. But the power plant will end up down here. Because I need to basically, once it makes the oil, the fuel, it will then go and create turbo fuel, and then that turbo fuel will be used for the power. So I've only just, all I've done is literally the foundations like this. This one, I want the arrow to face me as well. Yes, I do. Okay. Because the oil... Oh, I'm one row short. So this one... I'm about 70 hours, I think. A lot of that was possibly just sitting idle while I was doing other things. And in terms of how far I've gotten before, I've gotten past aluminium. Not in this playthrough, but I've gotten past aluminium, and then I think just before nuclear, it's where I've gotten up to. Why is that? Oh, one more. That makes more sense. Yeah, that's better. So I'm by absolutely no means an expert. Alright, so this is taking 600. Just under. How far over am I now? I'm still... Okay, so... we are bringing 960 in. Actually, let's work back from that. 960 in times 4. 960 times 4? Yeah, times 4. So bring in 3840 per minute. Okay. Maybe that. Yeah, actually, no. Let's bring that over one more. Blueprints. I think this is fuel in. Yep, fuel in. So that is there, and then goes out. That's fine. Alright, so... we don't want to go too far that way. We don't want to go too far that way, so let's just go delete this blueprint too. And come over one more row. No, this is fuel opposite. But how far back we need to go? Yep, that's the starting point. Okay. So let's just put those back in. And we'll sort out the walls and all of the decoration, the aesthetic stuff at the once it's all placed. Because at least when it's just blueprints, it's a lot easier just to delete things if we need to. So we're going there now. There we go, 1, 2, that one. Oh, hang on. So the end lines up with the one the wall goes to. Yes. And lines up with the wall's on. Cool. So yeah. So it's just to make my life easier with trying to keep turbo fuel on one area, basically. So we want fuel. Oh, need more motors. Okay, let's go grab some more. Motors. No. Where are the motors? There they are. That should take some more. Now, it would be possible to another row back this way. Let's actually have a look to see how far we overlap with the train station, though. Let's assume the same kind of deal, so like that. Should actually be okay. So this would actually want to be the fuel, the regular one? Yeah. Is that in line? Yeah, it is. Alright, let's see what this does. How do we... We still... So if we went all the way back, so can we get all 3? Yeah, we can. Alright, let's just take these out. Alright, go blueprint, your opposite. I mean, it doesn't really matter if we use the opposite or not. It's to do with how all this lays out. Okay, so that brings us here. This is, yeah, this might be better. We don't really want to go super close on top of the, at least some of the stations. We don't want to be super tight on the top. Because in this one's example, we are going to need to still have the unpackages somewhere too. Maybe... Maybe we do want two between them. So we want this one. Actually, probably want it the other way around. So when the fuel's coming through. Yeah, so we want the arrow facing that way. Like that? Yeah, cool. It's exactly what we want. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, that's much better. Alright, just so we know, that is kind of the... These are kind of the extent that we want these. Oh, really? Out of bloody things? Okay. So these two go? No, this one. Alright, let's just take out the refinery and then we'll re-drop it in. Okay. Do we want that marker? Yeah, we probably do, eh? Alright, so this one should be fuel in as well. Yes, that's what we want. What will... Oh, really? Get out of there. Go get. Alright, so what we actually want to do... is we want to try and align a lot of the... where the resin's going to end up being merged, so we don't have to deal with as much much issues. Alright, let me go grab some more iron plate. Are we low on anything else at the same time? Okay. And then once we've done that, we probably should look to place the unpackages somewhere. Alright, iron plate, you are where? Do I need any of those? Don't need any of those. Do I need... yeah, I need some of these. 300. Let's just sort this out. Don't need that. Don't need that. We have enough iron plate. Yeah, we do. Don't need any of those. Don't need that. No, it's plastic we need some more of. Another 200. Copper sheet should be up here somewhere. Same with concrete. What is attacking? Oh, a lava splitter. Okay. Where was the copper sheets? Am I already out of copper sheets? Oh no. First one. Okay. 20, 40... So each one of those is 240, so it's not exactly the max we can go, which is also good. Okay, blueprints, fuel in opposite. Alright, let's just line it up with this one, then we'll just nudge it over. What way around are things on this side? Exiting over there. Yeah, that's actually probably what we want. I mean, also in terms of resources, these should actually cost exactly the same. So even if I have put the wrong one in, it shouldn't really make a difference. We're going that way? What's that? That's the one we want. And then we drop down. What's wrong with it? Why is that unhappy? There we go. And then that one goes there. That one's like that. Now the question is this actually enough now? So this isn't even 600. Probably want at least another 2. I would say, at the very least. How many gaps did we leave? We left slot of 2. Okay. So we want to go 1, 2, and then start there. We want fuel in opposite. Really, you just had to go there as I was placing that, did you? I really hope that's not a good iron node, otherwise that will be very, very upsetting. Let's just quickly fill in. Fill in these bad guys. Because the actual enders. That one. So then that's the actual end there. That is using fuel in. We do not want that. Oh no, yes we do. We want it the other way around though. What? I swear, if it's that stupid tick thing again. I mean, I don't actually have enough space cut out anyway. Oh no, it was just a lava spitter. Alright, let's go deal with it. Come on. Alright, blueprints. Fuel opposite, potentially? I don't know. There's a reason why I actually had two. It was to do with where the joins were. Is that the right spot? Hope so. That's that one. So if just call it 3. We got just under, let's call them 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. One more, we reckon. What is this? We're only at the... Kind of tricky because we don't... 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay, so let's just look at... So we've got 38... What did I say we've got? So we've got 38... 3840? Yeah, 3840. And the unpackages... hang on, it's... liquid? Fuel, sorry, no. Oil. So crude oil, so unpackaged oil is... That's packaged. Was there not an unpackaged? Ah. So we're processing 30 per minute and giving 30 per minute. Oh, that's packaged again. So bringing in 60, giving out 60. So we can at most process 300. We can process more, but we can process 600 is math is not mathing here. So we got 10 of those, so that's 600. And we still have plenty. Okay. We could always start it like that. And then move, you know, go over the water when we need to, actually. This is still actually a fair bit. Okay. Let's do one, actually. If we're not impacted by it here. We could actually go a little further back here too. And we're doing one spacing. Is that as far over as we want? Yeah, probably. So we are 4 across. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 across. 5. We could actually bring it over and let's push it down. What is that one doing? This one is, yeah, this is exactly the way we want it to go. We want the, oh no we don't, we want it reversed. And then we want that way. Yeah, that's exactly the orientation we want. Okay, so again, if we allow for a break in 1. What are we below here? We're directly above the train. I think it is potentially okay, actually, to go out 1 more. Or the alternative is, are we actually far enough here, or are we over the train? We're over the train. How are we going to do the roads? Don't know. Blueprint, go fuel in. This will actually more than likely blow our power budget as soon as it turns on. Alright, so overall we will want to go one more over. Or, actually, what we could do is, what if we did it the other way around? So the roadway was like something like that. Yeah, this is what I like. I think this is better. Yeah. Maybe not that far forward. What if we... Okay, so this is actually the furthest we could go. Alright, let's come back to it. And are we sending away? Taking away. Yeah, that's probably fine. Because we can deal with the loading and unloading in the middle there. Because there is still the room if we want to run belts up or down for whatever reason. And then this is probably the last one we'll do. Where are we? There. Is it one more? We've done two. Okay. Oh, I've misaligned it. Okay. Plus, I need to remove another one here. That's the edge of that one, and then that should be the edge of this one. In terms of how am I going to lay this out, no idea. Haven't gotten that far yet. Actually, I think this is one too far over. Yeah, it is. That's potentially why I got confused. Alright, so fuel opposite. Come down. Oh my goodness. No, it's still too far. That should be it. There? Maybe it wasn't too far before. Well, I mean, I was too far, but... Let's try again. There we go. That's better. So essentially this one, is that the one I should have? Yes. Yes, it is. Overlapping another object. What are you over... What are you overlapping? Oh. That's fine. We'll actually just have the wall or something like that. I don't know. TBC. So we have a lot. So that's four pipes. Then essentially this whole, more or less, this whole middle area essentially just becomes where stuff needs to go. Okay, so let's just mark the ends of each, like, building. So if you can figure out where everything actually is. Okay, we don't need all of these. Yeah, that's about right. And the front, like that. Ends like that. Yeah, I'm actually be happy with that. One shot, really? Oh, lovely. Alright, so actually need to do here? Okay. We probably would want to have a little bit of a gap. Let's go get some... Let's go get some more iron plate. Yeah, it's possible we may, like a hidden railway in up here or something. I don't know. Yeah, let's, while we're going up, let's just add the next. Because if we are going to take our train down here for like a long period of time, we don't want to block up the actual trains going on. Definitely further out than that. We don't want to be right on the edge. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. It's a pretty wide area. We definitely could run trucks up here. We actually might. Question is, do I put another one up here? Oh, we can't. That's right. Train's right below us. Okay. I mean, there's a lot we can do over here, potentially. But I think that's kind of the base. Because we'll need to go and do the exterior. And then, how far above it am I? Okay, I am... There is enough room. How far is this? Okay, so we do have enough room to at least put a pipe down, but we could also just wrap it around kind of thing. Yeah. Because to do asphalt, what do we need to... It's just concrete, okay. So, potentially, you know, for the road, like we'll do this in the actual blueprint, but just thinking just thinking aloud, so if we went foundations here, and then I just change it to a, whatever doing, the asphalt. Or do you think we would want it slightly more raised? So like... No, I think that's too high. Asphalt. Because if we put the markers on, patterns, like center dotted line, for example. Is there an edge dotted line? There is. Say we did that, for example. Let's just see, can we fit a... No, not what we wanted. The fluid trucks can fit. Tractors definitely do. Trucks could use a little more wiggle room. So what if, when we did our roads, we put... potentially a half foundation down? Like, I don't know... Oh, one more. 1, 2... I was right the first time. 1, 2... What? Okay, where does it put it? So let's go one more. Really? You know what? Let's go remove pattern and go side dotted line. Now, is there a dotted line? Potentially, maybe I haven't unlocked it yet. But if we take... Oh, can you not... I was not aware you couldn't customize these. That's fine. So if we just go into builder and architecture, got the road barriers that we can always just snap on. Is it just over the edge? Yeah, only just. Like, you wouldn't be able to... Like, I'm not looking to have, like, trucks go down here. Well, at least not automated trucks at the very least. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. How's the snap? That's interesting. Okay.